is a show that focuses on the person behind the brony. I'm your host, Osaka Jack. Please sit back and relax as we talk to this week's guest brony. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Into the Spotlight. This is your host, Osaka Jack, and with me today I have someone you may have recognized from quite a few live streams. Crimson Firefall. Hello.
Hi.
How are you doing today?
Pretty good. It's a
Oh,
bit
good.
warm here, but it's good then.
Yeah.
Better than the chill it's been.
Really? No, I'm the complete opposite way. I can always put on more clothes to get warmer, but there's a limit to how many I can take off to get cooler.
Yeah, I understand that problem. I like living where it's not too terribly cold, but not too terribly warm either. And for the most part, Washington has a good balance.
That's good. That's good. Though honestly, yeah, if I could, I'd live in Alaska. Give me consistently cold and I am pleased.
I'd be a hermit. I'd never come out of my house.
I rarely do anyway. So, no, I mean, I'm joking. I'm joking about that. Well, if anybody does not recognize you by name, what is a way they may recognize you?
Oh, they might recognize my OC from my Twitter account.
Okay. Yeah.
It's Crimson Firefall. I have the white alicorn with bright red hair
Mm-hmm.
for the main. Um, they may have seen pictures of me in my Luna cosplay from LPU or possibly from EQLA this last May.
Oh, okay.
And they might have seen me on some of the live streams from Everfree Northwest last year.
That's where I
Uh,
remember seeing you from.
yeah. Um, my OC has red hair for a reason.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I've got some rather bright red hair myself, and I finally learned to like it.
Good. That's good. That's
Yep.
good. When I was younger, my hair looked just like a pumpkin, like a Halloween pumpkin. I mean, bright orange.
Mm-hmm.
But now it's almost impossible to tell that I am redhead. It's faded into a brown.
Yep, that usually happens.
Yeah, I'm not sad about it, but at some point I'm like, it was so defining.
Easy to find somebody.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I live in Japan. I'm towering over everybody, and I'm much larger than anybody. If you,
There's that.
yeah, I'm honestly looking forward to Everfree Northwest just because I'll be like, oh, look at this. There are taller people and there are larger people than me. This is so amazing.
Yeah,
Does
I go
not
to a
often
family
happen.
reunion and I'm like, "Hi, everybody. The weather doing up there in the clouds?"
Ha!
I'm the shortest person in my whole family.
Really?
Yep,
Huh. I'm the tallest.
all my cousins, all my uncles and aunts, everybody's taller than me.
Wow.
I've got a cousin who's 20 and he is like 6'6",
Oh, wow.
and then his older sister who, okay, this is going to be embarrassing. I cannot remember exactly how old she is,
Oh, okay.
but she's about 4 or 5 years younger than me.
Hmm.
She towers over me at 6'4",
Okay.
and I'm 5'5".
Okay.
I'm the
I've
shortest in the family.
I have some Japanese friends who are even short by Japanese standards, and they feel self-conscious about it until I explain to them, I don't see how you're different from anybody else. Honestly, you're all short to me.
It
Yeah.
sounds like when I go to my godmother's, she's a little Latina lady from Cuernavaca, Mexico,
Okay.
and um, feisty, stubborn, won't learn English, so I have to bits and pieces of Spanish to
Hmm.
talk with her. But I go to any kind of party that she's having, and I'm like, I'm the tallest one here. Wow,
This
I'm a
is how I
big
feel.
person.
This is pretty much how I feel most every day, yes. And the fact that I teach kids aside, even the adults, I'm towering over them. Yep.
But yeah, if I'm ever feeling really, really lonely about being the shortest in the family, I go visit my godmother. I'm like, I'm big.
Ha! I um I would recommend to any person who feels they are shorter, don't mock tall people. Just because it's really easy to turn those insults around.
Yeah.
I did have one person at one point say to me, "How's the weather up there?" And I responded with, "It's raining. It'll reach you tomorrow."
Yeah, another thing people don't really think about is that everything, at least here in the States, is built for somebody between about 5'5" and 5'10".
Yeah.
Much taller than that, and you're going to be stooping, and you're going to get, tension in your shoulders, you're going to get, pain in your back, and
Well, I can tell you flat out, two doorways in my apartment. I'm not sure the equivalent in American measurements because they are 185 centimeters tall, and I am 186 centimeters tall.
scrape your head.
It's the thing is, if it was much shorter, my eyes would recognize it as a danger, and I wouldn't hit it. But it's
It's
above my
just,
eye line, and it's so that it hits my head above my forehead.
it's
So,
that one that's just looks like you should be able to duck under it, and it's not quite.
not even that. It looks like, I mean, if I'm tired enough and I'm forgetful enough, it looks like I should be able to just walk. And I cannot tell you how many times I've been in this apartment for 3 years, and a good dozen times, usually early in the morning, I'll be like, all right, let's go get some BAM! Oh! I'll be walking full speed and just whammo, hit the top of my head, and whoo, that's pain. Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's like when you're riding your bicycle and you just had a growth spurt, and there's that branch that you've always missed when you duck just so far,
Mm.
and it peels you off your bike and you're like, "Hi, Sky. How's it going up there today?"
Mm. Well, we did mention it a bit, but Everfree Northwest is something you're definitely known for, and this year even more so.
Yep, I'm going to be on staff this year.
Woohoo!
Yay!
Actually, as of the release of this interview, you have been on staff since this interview
True,
should be
true.
released right after Everfree Northwest. So, how was it?
I'm just going to be preemptive here and say it was a blast.
Yes, excellent. Good. I'm glad I had a good time in the future. Woo!
Yay!
Grammar is difficult when speaking about things that have not yet happened, but you expect they have happened in the past.
Watch
Okay.
enough Doctor Who and you get used to it. Yeah.
What are your duties going to be entailed for Everfree Northwest? Or is this
Well,
something we can't talk about? I'm sorry.
well, at the time that this interview airs,
Hmm.
you will probably have already seen some of my handiwork.
Okay.
Uh, I've got a project I'm working on for a special little something that we're doing at the con.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay.
it's going to be for 3 lucky foals,
Ooh.
and they are going to be selected, or speaking in the past tense, were selected
Right.
to be the Royal Court of Everfree Northwest.
Oh.
So kind of like our own little cutie mark crusaders.
Gotcha.
Three
Except
little
these are the
foals.
Royal Crusaders.
Yes. And I will be making some accessories for them.
Oh, cool.
So,
Yes,
uh,
hopefully by the time this is aired and that has become public knowledge, and I hope they had a great time.
oh, I'm sure that they will.
Yeah. I know that in my panel they are scheduled to have a guest appearance and be guest judges for a short time.
That is awesome.
Yep. Yep. I've got something ready for them as well from Japan. It's kind of cool.
Yeah. They're just going to be, we're hoping to make it like an absolute memorable, like, talk about it for years experience for them.
Yes. Yeah.
Because, yeah. And I'm going to be making the tiaras, sashes, and possibly Well, by the time this airs, we'll know whether or not I've made the bracers for them.
Cool. That's awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, so hopefully everybody was able to see the royal court, and hopefully they had a
Yep.
wonderful time, and that would be just so awesome.
Yeah. But
You
yeah,
mentioned it.
another artist is making the horns and wings. For the life of me, I cannot remember her name right now. Um,
Hmm,
and I'm doing the sashes and tiaras.
wow. I hope pictures will just be splattered everywhere on the net. I really, really do.
Well, I'm going to be taking pictures of um, the finished product before it gets,
Right,
put
but I
out
hope
there.
we get a lot to see. I hope we get to see a lot
Oh
of
yeah,
pics with them,
yeah,
enjoying it.
yeah. Me too.
You mentioned it briefly, but you've also done Luna cosplay.
Yes. Um, I went to Everfree Northwest last year. It was my very first con.
Ooh,
Um, Honestly, if it were not for my younger brother Andrew, I would not have gone.
really? Okay.
I was not watching the show. I wasn't in the fandom. I didn't even know about the fandom. I just,
Oh,
my brother's like, hey, there's this con that's coming up. I really want to go. And we're like, well, registration's closed. And then they open it up again.
oh.
And we're like, okay, well, let's get some badges bought. And
Hmm.
he and my mother got their badges. And then um, he's like, I really want you to go with me. I really think you'll enjoy it. And so, you know, registration opened up again. And I'm like, yay. And I got a badge and I went and I'm like, this is so awesome. Just so awesome. And I had an absolute blast.
Great.
Um, and then I was going to my best friend's wedding out in Indiana.
Hmm.
And it's just a bit of a hop, skip, and a jump, from Washington State to Indiana State. It's only like two-thirds of the country.
Right. Yeah.
And
You can do it in 2 or 3 days, easy.
yeah, actually, you can drive it in 2 or 3 days.
I
I've
know.
done it.
Yeah, I
It's
know, but
not recommended,
no.
but you can do it.
Yes. Well, I
Uh,
mean, if you have at least two people who can switch between driving, yes.
yeah,
Solo. Oh Lord.
yeah.
But okay, sorry.
But yeah, and we were going to be there for her wedding in October, and we're like, okay, if we go a few days, if we get there a week or two early, we can help with prep for the wedding and go to Canterlot Gardens, which was
Oh,
happening in Ohio, which was
right.
only like a 4-hour drive.
Mm.
So we all the whole family went to Canterlot Gardens, had a blast, and I came away from there looking at all the different cosplays, and I'm like, I want to make a cosplay. What can I do?
Mm-mm.
Who would I do? And I'm like, okay, I've got this bolt of blue shimmer satin.
Oh,
It's a stretch satin.
okay.
I almost want to call it a brocade, but it's not quite. It's like really heavyweight satin.
Okay.
And I was looking at it, then I'm like, that is perfect for Princess Luna.
Yeah, sounds like it.
And, I got to looking at it and I'm like, okay, now what style
Mm.
would I do? And I'm thinking, okay, Princess Luna's kind of out of her time
True.
because she was like stuck on the moon for 1,000 years.
Thousand
So
years, right.
I'm thinking, okay, so she's a little bit behind the times on fashion wise.
Hmm, hmm.
I'm going to make something kind of Renaissance feel to it.
I thought you were going to say disco for a second, and I was like,
No, no,
bold
no, no,
choice.
no, not quite far enough back. No, so I was thinking something Renaissance because she seems like, she speaks in the royal we
Yeah,
and has the royal Canterlot voice, and I automatically think, the Renaissance period.
true, true. I can see it.
And so I found a pattern that I mostly liked,
Hmm.
and then I went through and altered some things and tweaked it a bit, and I'm still tweaking things here, there, and
Right.
whatnot.
Hmm.
Um, Depending on scheduling, I may or may not have been able to alter it to be a reversible Nightmare Moon dress.
Oh, interesting.
I'm hoping to get that finished up in time for Everfree,
Now,
or
will it be
hoping
like
to have
quick
been able
reversible?
to.
Will it be like quick reversible in the like you can be, hey, I'm Luna, walk behind a screen. Wow, wow. Now I'm Nightmare Moon. Or take a little bit longer than that.
Hmm.
I'm joking. I don't
If
recommend changing in front of everybody.
no, but a quick trip to the bathroom for changing. Yeah, it should be.
Oh, okay. All right. So not too far off from my bad joke. Interesting.
Basically, what I'm trying to do is, or hopefully will have been able to do,
Mm,
this whole speaking in the future past tense
yep.
thing is tricky. Um, it's already a Luna cosplay, and what
Yeah.
I'm wanting to do is be able to take it and just pull it inside out and put
Uh-huh.
it back on and
Right.
have the what was inside be
Yes.
the Nightmare Moon.
Right, right. That's what I assumed when you said reversible. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't
But
assume it was like a different dress from behind.
no, no. That would just be a little too weird.
Yeah.
It's like, hi, I'm Luna coming at you. It's Nightmare Moon behind you.
You know what would be interesting though, but so much work. Have you ever seen those like it's a costume where it's like a person is dressed as half as a tuxedo and half as an elegant lady's gown and they're like dancing with themselves and it's a nice optical effect. I think it'd
I've
be
seen
interesting.
those.
Yeah, interesting if you did one of those half Luna, half Nightmare Moon.
You
So like
know,
from the left side, your Nightmare Moon, and from the right side, Luna.
if I had enough fabric, I would probably try to do it. But I have to work with the fabric I have
True.
because I picked up the fabric 4 years ago and I haven't been able to find any like it since. And I'm like, yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. So be careful with what you've got. Definitely.
yes, yes,
Definitely.
indeed. But
Now, I mean, it sounds like you've actually made this cosplay yourself instead of going out and buying it. Have you ever considered order making it? Like, if somebody requests and gives you measurements, would you make one for them? I mean, not
I
for
would,
free. This is a
well,
paid thing, but
I would love to be able to do cosplay commissions.
yeah.
Um, the only trouble I see with it
Mm,
basically is fabric choice.
yes, that's true.
Because whereas I may find a fabric and think this is perfect,
Mm,
the person who receives it may not think so much. So what I've been thinking
mm,
is the possibility of, you know, pick a character,
mm.
pick a style type, and have a couple basic templates like, for Pinkie Pie,
Right.
maybe like a gala dress or um,
Wow, that looks
one of the other
complicated.
ones. Pinkie Pie's is actually probably one of the simpler gala dresses. The
Really?
next cosplay for
You know.
myself that I'm tackling is
Mm,
Rarity's gala dress.
okay.
That one's going to take some doing.
Yeah, a lot of ruffles there.
Yeah, mainly the fact that I have not yet come across the fabric that's just right.
Yeah, yeah.
But if
Hmm. So it
but what
is
I
a
was thinking,
possible future thing that you might be doing.
it is something that I'm playing with the idea of,
Huh. Interesting.
and I'm hoping what I can get set up is something like, give it a general, like with the gala dresses,
Hmm.
give it a general estimate of how much fabric would be needed, and then
Right.
have the person who wants the cosplay made go out and find the fabric they like,
I
send it
can
to me.
see that for somebody who's familiar with fabric,
Hmm.
but I know there are a lot of people who enjoy cosplay but really have no clue about that. You may do. I mean,
I'm also
uh,
thinking about a possibility of just, make a basic, like an example one, and
yeah.
then just alter it to different sizes type of thing.
I think that would work.
But
I
for the
think that would
more
work.
customizable, have the
Sure.
person pick out their own fabric.
Yeah, yeah. I think if somebody
Yeah,
is familiar enough with fabric, then that would work well too. Yeah.
yeah,
Interesting ideas to be played with in the future. Ooh.
indeed. But yeah, I would love to do cosplay commissions. That would just be wonderful. Um,
So awesome.
yeah,
I'm working on it. I'm not good at Rainbow Dash's voice, yes, but I can almost get the squeak. Almost, almost. It just hurts my voice to do it.
yeah.
Well, another thing that you are quite well known for is the baked goods aspect.
Yes, I do like to make baked goods. Um,
Cookies!
so far, the only one I've really been able to realistically bring to cons is cookies,
Mm.
because cakes and pies don't travel so well in suitcases.
No, they do not. No.
Nor do they ship very well.
This needs
But
to be addressed. Seriously, if anybody listening is involved in the luggage industry, create a way to ship cakes and pies. It needs to be done.
well, you can ship them if they're frozen. It's just the whole freezing them changes the texture, and
Exactly, yes. We
which can
need
affect the flavor.
I refuse to believe we do not have the technology capable of shipping a pie or cake. I believe if we get a good team of bakery engineers behind this, I believe it can be done.
But yeah,
But
for
yeah.
Everfree, because it's because I can actually drive to Everfree, I'm going to be bringing some cakes,
Ooh.
a couple cheesecakes, um, cookies, of course.
Hmm.
Though probably not as many as I've been taking to other cons because I'll be, busy with
Yeah, sure.
the cakes and pies.
Right, right.
Well, not pies, but cheesecakes and um,
You've got kind of a
pan
full schedule as
cakes.
is, yeah.
Yes. Well,
Yes, yes, we'll have had.
have had.
Mhm.
But yeah.
We'll have been doing have had at this point.
Yeah.
Mm.
One great big wibbly wobbly timey wimey ball.
I just can't imagine writing grammar for something that's specific. Uh, well, another thing the cookies have been getting. I mean, I have yet to hear anybody say they've not been excellent. I mean, everybody has been giving glowing reviews about the cookies. I myself have not tried them as of recording this, but hopefully, as of airing this, I will be saying, "Oh yeah, they're fabulous."
Well, I'm glad that people appreciate. I've um, actually the last two times I took cookies to a con, I didn't actually get a chance to taste any of them because I
Oh,
gave them all away.
oh my.
So hopefully this time around I'll remember to hold a bag back for my own
Yourself? Yes.
my own sugary needs.
Hmm. Well, you can do. I mean, it's a little underhanded, but every time you give out a dozen, make sure one of them breaks in half accidentally, and that half goes to you. Just, oh yeah, it must have fallen. I don't know where the other half is. Sorry.
No, no. But yeah, I do. I've been doing them up in bags of a dozen if they're small enough,
Hmm.
or um, eight if they're larger.
Right.
Pretty
I have,
much a quarter of a batch.
gotcha. I have had those really, really massive, like size of a pizza cookies before, and it loses something.
Yeah, I think part of being able to eat a cookie is, being able to hold it without having to use both hands, one.
True.
And
Dunk
just,
it. The ability
yeah,
to dunk it. I mean, you have a pizza-sized cookie, you need a like kiddie pool-sized glass of milk, and that's
yeah,
just sounds delicious, but not feasible.
yep.
Though I fully admit, I really enjoy a good fruit pizza.
Fruit pizza. I don't think I've had that.
Oh, it's so simple, but it's amazing. It's literally a pizza crust, pizza pan with sugar cookie as a base, and you bake the sugar
Oh,
cookie,
right, right.
let it cool, and then cream cheese on top, and then nothing but sliced fruit in intricate designs on top. It's so good.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's I've seen those. They're a lot like a tart, only they're huge.
Yeah, yeah. And I don't know. My area we always called it fruit pizza. I mean, it's cold. It's served cold. It's just sugar
Hmm.
cookie, cream cheese, and fresh fruit on top,
Yeah.
and it's amazing. It's a
Yeah.
wonderful treat. I love that. All right. Well, a question that I ask in all of my interviews: What would you say in all of My Little Pony is the one line or one scene that defines you as a brony?
Hmm.
The sharp inhale followed by a pause. That's the best reaction. And it's a very
Well,
common one.
well, I'll have to be right up front. I have not yet been able to set aside time to watch through all the episodes.
Okay.
Um,
It's not a That's not required to be a brony. I honestly believe if somebody enjoys it enough to watch it all the way through and memorizes every line, great, as long as you enjoy it. If you don't see all of it yet, great, as long as you enjoy it.
I
I
keep
mean,
meaning to set aside time to watch it, and
I would
stuff keeps
recommend it, but
happening.
at the same time, do what makes you happy on this. I mean,
Yeah.
if you feel pressure enough that you aren't enjoying it, then that misses the point entirely.
Well, yeah, I understand that, but I mean, I want to sit down and watch it in
Hmm,
between, work and life and whatnot. It
sure,
just kind of keeps getting in the way.
I understand. Well,
But
good thing for you then is that you have literally 6 more months until the new episodes come
yes, yes. Uh, what line or scene?
out. Mm,
Hmm. Okay, just a little clarification. By
sure.
defines me as a brony,
Hmm, hmm.
would it be, that scene connects, or that scene is what I feel is a portrayal of myself, or
Taster's
what?
choice, either one, or even just your favorite scene. And I mean, whatever popped into your head first when I asked the question is usually the best answer.
Honestly, I think it would be the scene in the Royal Canterlot wedding
Okay.
where Luna is standing on the balcony stargazing.
Okay.
I really like that scene.
Okay. Is that the one right before she chides Twilight Sparkle for running around alone? Stay indoors, Twilight Sparkle.
Yes, I believe it is.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
The other
that's
one that, the other scene that came to mind immediately was Pinkie Pie in the kitchen when she's during the episode where Apple Bloom's trying to get her cutie mark
Oh, okay,
before
the cupcake
the
song.
cutes and yeah,
All you have to do is take a cup of flour, add it to the mix. That one.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Being a baker, that one appeals. The other
Sure.
one that really connected was Art of the Dress,
Oh, yes, great song.
Rarities, Art of the Dress, and the the actually the entire episode where she was trying to make the gala dresses and
Hmm.
they were, change this, change this, change this, change that.
Yeah.
I've had that.
I think everybody
My
has at some point.
my aunt was going to Disneyland with her fiance and she's like, we're going to Cinderella's castle. I want a dress that I can wear to Cinderella's castle.
Hmm.
And we went out and fabric shopping. We bought 14 yards of a lightweight cotton um, fabric,
Hmm.
and then I dyed it blue.
Okay.
And then I was altering a pattern to fit, and because she wanted a piece of this pattern and a piece of that pattern, and all combined, and trying to figure out how to make that fit without looking tacky.
Right, right.
And I had actually just finished altering the pattern and laying out the pieces, and I was going to start cutting, and she's like, "Wait, I found this awesome dress and it's on clearance at this prom store." And I'm like, are you serious? And then she's like, but it's 2 sizes too big. Can you fix it? And I'm like, yeah. And so she brings me this dress and I'm thinking, okay, it's going to be something, simple like the
Right.
pattern she picked out.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Oh,
It's
no.
got a triple skirt,
Oh,
fitted bodice.
oh.
And I'm like, okay, this is going to be a totally different approach.
Oh.
But, got that all, fixed up for her, got it pinned down, altered, and she was happy with it. And I'm like,
Good.
yay! Now what do I do with this 14 yards of dyed fabric that I can't return to the store because I dyed it? She's like, oh, just keep it. I'm like, okay,
Oh, thanks.
I'll find a use for it.
Yeah, at some point, sure. That
Like,
color wouldn't happen to match Rainbow Dash, would it?
actually, it might.
Woo! A
It's a.
possibilities.
It was supposed to be a deep cobalt blue,
Right.
but for some reason the dye, um, the setting agent and the dye didn't work properly, and most of it washed out. And honestly, it's just about the same color as your OC.
Oh, okay, okay.
The lighter blue areas of your OC where the shadows aren't. I'm
Right,
just looking at the picture during the
right.
Skype chat,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
it's
Huh.
about that color.
That might work for a Rainbow Dash. That could, yeah.
Yes, it could.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Scheming and plotting. Ideas
The
for the
idea.
future. Ha
I might have to do a Google image search to see about some ideas
ha.
dress wise that I can
If I
incorporate.
can make a recommendation, wait till after Everfree Northwest, because you've got a lot of stuff on your plate right now.
Well, yeah, and right now it's in a box buried in my closet. I can't even
Yes.
get to it right now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But
So,
still, idea for a future, absolutely.
indeed it is.
Yee yay.
I might actually tackle a Rainbow Dash cosplay before the Rarity Gala dress.
Ooh.
Hmm.
Hmm.
It all depends on whether or not I can find the right fabric.
Yes, of course.
Because, like with the Luna cosplay, I had the bolt of blue shimmer satin, and I'm
Mhm.
like, it screams Luna to me.
Yeah,
And just finding that right fabric. Anybody who's a crafter is going to know what I'm talking about. Finding the right color, the right texture, the right weight
sure.
of material so that it drapes properly.
I don't think
It's
it's just with fabric. I think if you find a good, if you're into cooking, if you find a good spice, you need to find the perfect match for the dish that you want to make. If you
exactly
find a good pen or pencil, you got to find the perfect style that you want to draw it with. Yeah, it
it
has
when
to
you
speak to
find the right medium
you. Hmm.
for, you know, whatever kind of crafting you do. I consider baking to be crafting
Sure,
because
absolutely,
you're crafting a culinary,
absolutely.
experience.
Oh yeah, yeah. Just ask any person who's tried to live on their own for 2 months. It does not always work when you put good tasting things together.
No, no. It's like, um, just because, something tastes good and something else tastes good doesn't mean putting the two together will make it taste better.
Yep, absolutely. I learned that one of the first months I was bacheloring. Yep, cheddar cheese good, mushrooms good, garlic good. Together in a pasta? No. That was horrible pasta, I have to say.
You said cheddar cheese, mushrooms, and
Garlic.
garlic in moderation with a couple of other
I
ingredients
think
mixed
it
in.
could
It
work, but I think
could.
just it was terrible. I mean, just yeah.
It would definitely take some tweaking to get
Yes.
it to blend right.
I'm sure it is possible. I'm sure somebody
Because you
who's a
wouldn't want,
good craftsman could do it. I just kind of threw
because,
them together because, like I said, bachelor, didn't really care.
well, they're three very strong flavors, and you don't
Yep.
want them fighting with each other.
Hmm.
So if you want to emphasize say the mushrooms, you're going to want to downplay the cheese and the garlic so that, yes, you can taste them, but the dominant flavor would be the mushrooms. It's
Yep, not what I did. I just threw them all
scented.
together, cooked it, and said, "Okay, let's try it." Oh God, no. And that was the
Yeah.
end of the cheddar mushroom garlic pasta.
Yes.
I have no doubt it's possible. I just, yeah, I won't try it at this point because no, I failed so horribly that the memory sticks with me, and there's no way I'm going to be able to recover it. Nope, 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 not at all.
Yep. It does definitely take some balancing.
Sure. Yep. Well, and I think it is important that I failed so horribly at that because as long as you learn from it, failure is a good thing.
Yep. As long as you learn from it, I don't really think it's failure. It's just a lesson on what not to do.
Yep. Sometimes an expensive lesson.
Yes.
Okay,
But
so yeah, that car is gone, and now we know what not to do when driving. Okay.
that's a bit extreme.
Yes, it is. That was not my lesson. That was a friend of mine's lesson. We learned where to not park your car during flood season of the Mississippi River.
Ooh, ouch.
Yep. Fortunately, it is a lesson that I could learn by proxy. I didn't have to experience it myself. I could pick up, oh, so his car is gone now, like completely washed away. Okay, don't park our cars there during flood season. Good to know. Good to know.
Being able to learn by proxy, love those lessons because then you don't have to put your own foot in it.
Exactly. Well, we mentioned cookies, Everfree Northwest, which was wonderful, I'm sure, at the time of this interview, and
Indeed.
cosplaying and possible future commissions for it. Is there anything else that you'd like to plug while you're here?
Hmm. Well, there's always Everfree Northwest next year.
Yes, true.
I'm sure that as time of this recording, Everfree Northwest this year will be awesome. As of time of airing, I'm sure it was awesome.
Yep.
And I'm sure that Everfree Northwest 2014 will be even more awesome.
It can only be
Um,
hoped. Yeah.
Let me see here. Hmm.
Well, let's see. We know that we can follow you on Twitter, and what other
Yes.
social media do you have? DeviantArt or YouTube account or SoundCloud?
I have a DeviantArt account, same as my Twitter. It's Crimson Firefall.
Okay.
So is my YouTube. I've only got one video up there currently. It's of my cat and dog playing together. Yes, with me being the jungle gym they're playing on.
Right, right.
That
Though I
kind of
gotta
it.
say, I mean, if you want a good place to advertise your cosplay, YouTube works just as well. Because if they can see the picture on DeviantArt, that's good. But seeing it in motion is good too.
I hadn't thought of that. That's a
Mm-hmm.
really good suggestion.
Yep, yep, yep.
Now, if I could just get over being camera shy.
Yeah, that's a big one. I understand that.
Yeah. Although the experience I had at LPU has helped me get over quite a bit of my stage fright.
Good. That's good.
So that's good.
Yeah, absolutely. Ah. All right, everybody. Today we have been speaking with Crimson Firefall. Be sure to check out her Twitter, DeviantArt, and soon to be very populated with cosplay YouTube. Thank you so much for coming by today.
Thank you.
Yeah. Everyone, this has been Into the Spotlight with Osaka Jack on Everfree Network. We'll catch you next time.